Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to do a face mask, and before I even start, I'm probably going to yawn throughout this video because I don't know what's going on with me, but I seem to be exhausted all the damn time, but I haven't slept well either. So this is the mask we're using today. I also feel like I'm going to sneeze now. Real life. This is the new biodegradable mask by Garnier Skin Active. It is the Moisture Bomb Sheet Mask, super hydrating and glow reviving hyaluronic acid and sakura for dull skin, infused with the quantity of 1 bottle of serum, and it is vegan formula. So we're going to pop this on. I have a spot here, I have a sore on my nose, my skin, it always looks fine, but it hasn't been feeling it, you know, very textured. And yes, I did cut my own hair, and it's probably wonky, but I don't care because I can't afford to go to the hairdresser. Right, so let's pop this on. Excuse me, before I open it, let's just have a read at the back. It says, dehydrated and dull skin in need of a glow reviving hydration kit. Ready, set, glow. Mask up with a revolutionary sheet mask to supercharge your skin in just 15 minutes. This hydrating sheet mask is infused with the quantity of 1 bottle of serum that strengthens the skin barrier for up to 24 hours hydration. It's infused with hyaluronic acid and sakura for a glow boosting effect. It's made from plant origin tissue that envelopes your skin with a deeply hydrating vegan formula. It's easy to apply, leaving you free to multitask while you mask during the wait time, and it's suitable for sensitive skin. Very good. You can let me know in the comments how many times you yawn along with me on this yawny Sunday. Oh, it smells divine. Is it drippy? No. But it is completely and utterly saturated. Let's try and get it open without ripping it. I was still awake at 4 o'clock this morning. I was actually messaging the lovely Jacqueline at Jacqueline Tries It. What was happening really was I went to bed. Oh, we go to bed at stupid o'clock in this house. It's ridiculous really, but anyway, that's what happens. Let me just put this on and then we'll chat. Oh, so it's lovely. I'm just taking the rest all there and getting all the hydration that we need. Okay, so let's leave that on. I want to just have a look and see if there's loads of liquid at the bottom. There isn't. Okay, Moisture Bomb. Let's put that there just now. Yeah, so excuse me, snipping a wee bit on that spot, but basically what are we? It's Sunday the 19th, so exactly a month today. In October next month will be 18 years since my mum passed away. Then it'll be my dad's remembrance, 3 years in November. The year is just flying, it's mental. But if you're not new to my channel, I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder in 2013. I also have a hiatus hernia, which is a pain in the ass. It's not actually in my ass, but it's a pain in the ass. The two coincide. When one kicks off, it kicks off the other, so that's a pain in the butt. And just the past few days, I have felt exhausted. And again, if you know me, in this last year, I haven't really leaving the house all that often. One, because I can't afford to go anywhere anyway, so what is the point? And two, because, well, my anxiety just doesn't want to. And the thought of going out and possibly panicking, I don't always panic, or like getting warm at the thought of it. I'm just like, nah, can't be arsed. Just gonna stay where I am. But I just feel so exhausted. Even if I have a coffee, it's like, ugh, no energy. So, deepest of joy. So that's what's been going on with me, really. I haven't done makeup in a good few days because my skin was annoying me, particularly my eyes, as usual, because I suffer with eczema around my eyes and here at my lips. I read this thing the other day, I'm not sure if it's like true or not, that people that suffer with anxiety pick at their skin. Now, I'm not going to show you my arm because it's an absolute mess, but like I have a spot there and I keep getting these like dry patches and then I scratch them like there's no tomorrow, and then it bleeds and scabs, and then I end up picking at them and my arm is a right mess. Does anybody else do that? Like, I know we are all guilty of picking at our spots and stuff, but even when they look awful, which is why I've got a long top on because I'm self-conscious of it, but it's like, why do I keep picking at it? But see, when I'm lying there in my bed or I'm watching the telly or I can't sleep, before I know it, I'm just like, what are you doing? And I'm slapping on the antiseptic cream and honest to goodness. But I've been really suffering with my hands and my wrists, with pins and needles and just pain shooting from my wrist into my fingers. And yesterday it was just so sore and like heavy, and I couldn't even have my Kindle, and I'm really into the book that I'm reading just now, and I haven't been engrossed in a book in a long time, but I couldn't even read it. I was like, I have to put it down. So I don't know whether I'm getting carpal tunnel or, and see, try to see your doctor, honest to God, nightmare. Anyway, we've been watching this series called War of the Worlds. Now, it's not something that I would normally watch because I'm not really into that sort of thing, but since meeting my partner, I've watched a lot more sci-fi zombie type programs, and it's actually really quite good. So we've got one episode left of season 1. It's on Disney Plus, so I've been enjoying that. Sex Education season 3 is back, so can't wait to start watching that because I love it. And what else is there that I've watched of recent? I want to watch the Aretha Franklin film Respect because I love Aretha Franklin, but a lot of people, and my good friend Cheryl, what's for tea here, went to see it at the cinema last night and she said it was so boring. So that's a bit disappointing, but I still want to watch it for myself to see what I think. Anything else program with? Oh, Strictly, of course. Obviously, when you see this, Strictly will have been on for probably a good few weeks because I pre-record, but it started yesterday. I don't know, it's not my favourite lineup because I don't really know many of the people, and one of my all-time favourite dancers, Jeanette Manrara, isn't doing it anymore. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. But hey-ho, so it goes. I guess people move on to other things. So that's when you know you're heading into Christmassy times, when Strictly starts. I know, Christmas. So yeah, I started watching that. What else have I been doing? Nothing. I literally feel like somebody's pulled the plug, and I'm exhausted, and it's ridiculous. That's why I would never do a day in my life, because I would be bored watching it. I was doing my Colourpop series, and then I was going to do another brand of stuff, but I just don't have the energy for it. I'll have bath box coming within the next week or so, so there'll be that. And then obviously I'll do my face mask, because not only do I like doing them, but it's good for my skin as well to do it. And I will do some makeup videos and stuff like that, but I put the pressure on myself. Like, this isn't my job. I'm not getting paid to do any of this. I don't have to do it. But the way my stupid anxiety works, I toy with myself and I'm like, oh, you should do that video, you should get that up, you should do this. And sometimes you just have to listen to your body and be like, I don't want to do this. And a lot of the time at the minute, that is the way I'm feeling. It's like, I don't want that. I'm just rubbing this around here because I get so dry. And here as well. This mask, as you can see, adheres really well, so that's good. Feels lovely. To be honest with you, I'm not sure that there's any of the Garnier masks that I'm not keen on. I think Garnier and Simple, they've got a spot on. So they do. The weather's been weird. It was nice yesterday, then it was pouring with rain all night, and now it's nice again. So bizarre. It's also been still too hot at night, I find anyway, to sleep. So basically, when I'm going to my bed, I'm knackered, because I'm knackered through the day. And I can be dozing off to sleep, but then I keep like waking up. And then, as I say, depending on where I put my arms, even if I just have them in front of me, I get pins and needles, so that wakes me up. I've got the sciatic nerve pain that I have had since I had my lumbar puncture. It's just, honest to God. I know as well that there's a hell of a lot more worse off people out there than me. You know, like Jacqueline herself, you know, she has 5 autoimmune diseases. She's a trooper, honestly. And then I've been watching Nick Chapman, his journey on Instagram. She was getting stem cells harvested or whatever it was for her MS. And I just look at myself and I think, I know individually in each to our own, it's our own struggles. And we all deal with things differently. But see, when it comes to pain of any kind, I'm useless. I used to say that, like, you know, when my mum was alive and I watched her in absolute agony with her cancer, and she never complained, ever. I mean, she'd get upset and she'd have her off days, and I used to say to her, I take my hat off to her, because I am a complete wimp and I just don't know how I would be with anything more sinister, because even with my anxiety, I hate the fact that I'm the kind of person that lets it take over. So there's a lot of personality traits in myself that I really hate, and it is so hard to change them, especially when you're 37 years down the line. Obviously I've had CBT therapy in the past, and that's what she was saying herself, you know, it is hard to change certain things once they're imprinted, you know. But hey ho, as they say. See this brush? It's called Plush brush. I got it in a box like ages ago, but it is the softest thing. It's just so pleasing. So yes, right, it's time to remove this, and I really don't want to, because it feels lovely on the skin. I could have used my jade roller actually and done that and rolled it more into my skin. There's still loads of product on it, and if I wrung that, you'd see it all dripping out. I also really miss my best friend. She stays all the way down in England, in New York. It's just mad to look at your life and think how much it's changed in the last couple of years. Okay, so I really enjoyed this mask. My skin is loving all that moisture. Garnier, you've done it again. So yeah, I do highly recommend trying all these different Garnier masks and the simple ones. The simple ones are still my ultimate favourite, hands down, the dehydration ones. But yeah, I would definitely give these a go. So this one was the Moisture Balm Super Hydrating and Glow Reviving Hyaluronic Acid and Sakura mask. So guys, thanks for joining me on my chit chat. Hopefully I didn't depress you all. That wasn't the intention. I just like to be completely transparent and upfront with you all, because I think there needs to be more people being upfront and transparent, especially when it comes to invisible illnesses that you can't see, because there's still a lot of ignorance towards it. But please do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell to be notified of when I next upload, and I shall see you in the next one. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.